Hello, everyone. Very good. This very moment, wherever you're tuning from. This is the first Sunday of the autumn month after three cold winter months during this pandemic. It's very good to have all of your company here this morning. As usual, we will first do the meditation. I will do some prayers and so on. And today's topic is no fixed topic, but I will take some live questions. So if you have, please type them in, and I will try to answer them as we go. But in the meantime, first we will do the prayers. As all of you are familiar, unless you're totally new, we take a couple of moments of a prayer to warm up, and not just as a tradition doing the refuge, but try to actually feel what is a great solace to turn to the way of the enlightened ones, the stock of wisdom. The exchange rate is always going up, and compassion, and even more. And compassion is invaluable. To put a price tag would compassion be? The one who has realized the union of the compassion wisdom is the fully enlightened one, the Buddha. And then when he gave the teachings how to do it, that became the Dharma. And imagine the first people who heard the Dharma, they just got straight away blissed out and realized the truth. And those that produce the Sangha. Sanghas are those who are good community, who turn to light and do the right thing, and do the compassionate thing, do the wise thing, and by culling their desire and hatred and ignorance and judgment, and therefore modify their life in a very peaceful way. So therefore bringing very peace in the world. So when I do the refuge, as you will, please rekindle your memory of the first time when you discovered Dharma, and when you really heard. When you really heard the Dharma, it hurt your ego, and it always does. And when you haven't really heard the Dharma unless it really hurt your nest of problems. The moment that you found the Dharma to be like a healing that really remedies the nest of problems, of afflictions and karma, then you have truly heard the Dharma. And so since then till now, how many ways that you have modified, improved, that's a great cause of credit to yourself and to our teachers and their teachers and teachers. So refuge is that. So with this mind, join your hands at the heart. And I'll do the refuge prayer. I'll do once in Tibetan and twice in English so that all of you also can follow. O Zanje Jodan Zoje Jonan La Janje Bardo Dane Jazunje Dage Janzo Jebe Zonamanje Rola Benja Zanje Robarajo Hinda Buddha Dharma Zanga I Latame Bave Chavo Jivendala Mehare Buddha Utuve Enda Buddha Dharma Zanga Aitere Vitele Latame Bave Chavo Jivendala Mehare Buddha Utuve. So as we have refuge, and when we have this confirmation that we follow the way of the Buddha, we have to make a commitment and renew a commitment every day to practice loving kindness towards all sentient beings, near and far, and easy and very difficult people. We have to practice kindness as the first and foremost, first and last, is a remedy to deal with sentient beings is loving kindness. That's why His Holiness Dalai Lama says, my religion, loving kindness. He doesn't say my religion is righteousness. So remember that. when you practice kindness to somebody, you will notice that you are not only closer to them, but you actually get too much closer to the root of their problems, which usually is their affliction, their karma, their habits, and which they don't know. And there you see why they're suffering, and therefore you renew a commitment to practice compassion with sentient beings with problems and karma. Who doesn't have them? This society expects us, the people who have no problem, and if they have a small problem, they can't work with them, they have to be rejected, they have to be thrown away. That kind of intolerance is not Buddhism, okay? So we have to practice compassion. Even with the most difficult person, we practice compassion. That is real Dharma. This will heal your mind, your ego, your pride, and it will arm you to benefit other beings when you have compassion. If we practice this loving kindness, compassion as our daily practice, whether you formally meditate or chant or recite, of course these are good too. But if these things you do is in sort of enhancing the love and compassion, then your practice becomes purely culture Buddhist. So it's very important to question those, not because those practice wrong, but one's ability to practice them. So therefore, when we are turning a little bit more kind and compassionate to fellow sentient beings, and most important towards ourselves and our past, then you will find the joy that is not joy or delight or pleasure comes from sensory pleasures, okay? This joy is joy of not having any enmity or not any judgment and not any anger towards anything, but compassion and love. And when you have that, then you have a joy that really will make up for everything your life seems to be otherwise not giving you. So the joyfulness, such a powerful blessings. That's why you see Buddhist practitioners have a lot of joy. They may be very simple and living very difficult situations, but they have a lot of joy because they don't hold ill will and hard feelings towards anyone, because it's just so pointless. This is not living, it's death. Those you can't help, which they are temporarily, don't give up on them. Be equanimous. One day it will shift, it will change. So don't be too childish to try to write something, try to right all wrongs, and try to become so an inseparable attachment to some things. That is not Buddhism. That is definitely, you got it wrong. Buddhism does not promote attachment and aversion to anything. It promotes middle way, equanimity. So next prayer I will do is very much echoes these four very powerful teachings. So reflect on those as a meditation. Ozum je dam je dewa dan dewe je da den bar je je dong ye je da da war je je dong me be dewa da me da wa je je ye ja da ne da da nya la ne bar je happiness, happiness, and the cause of happiness, may they be free from suffering. And the cause of suffering, may they never part from the happiness that no suffering, may they dwell equanimity, free from attachment and aversion to those near and far. May all all beings have happiness and the cause of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the cause of suffering. May they know a path from happiness that knows no suffering. May they dwell in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion to those near and far. So with these prayers now we will do the meditation. So keep yourself secure space in where you are, and so that you can sit still at least good next 40 minutes or so without moving, without doing anything, but simply to sit quietly, calmly in the meditation. And I will lead the meditation a few minutes before each 3 techniques, which I'll explain, and you try to do that. So first is, because the theme is calm abiding, you try to do that in your posture. So try to sit up in the correct posture. You calmly position the posture, which is keeping your body still on the floor or on the chair, on whatever you're sitting in. And if possible, cross-legged, if not on a stool or chair. But during these 40 minutes, just remain in that posture. That steadiness to hold your vigil represents your confidence in the need to meditate. Some people are so impatient. This doesn't work for me. They want to feel good straight away. It's not about trying to feel good straight away. Try to feel the opposite and challenge and overcome that through your steadfast calmness, okay? So this is not a feel-good instant meditation like lots of people are seeking sensorially. No, that's not the case. So therefore, sit still and don't move. Buddha did not change, moved everywhere, every few minutes. He sat still for 6 years. So try to have some respect to what he did. Not try to feel good straight away for yourself. Try to sit in the posture, even though it's a little bit restless and a little bit numb. Just try to hold the mind with a little bit of resilience in holding the posture, keeping the gaze of the eyes till slightly tucked in chin, straighten back, balanced shoulder, 2 hands on the lap, 2 thumbs touching just below the navel, soft and gaze eyes which is not blinking. And so try to keep this posture by consciously scanning the posture, knowing they all represent harmonization of the all elements, checking and correcting as you go up and down, and feel the 4 qualities of stability of earth, balance of the water, awareness, radiance of the fire, the back straight, and the inside of the oxygen, the air that flows in your body, circulate. And in this way, try to scan the body up and down in a well-paced manner. And after a good 6 or 7 rounds, take a useful mini break. And keep steady doing this without any compromise. Calmly, without any dullness, boredom, restlessness. Even if they are, you just say this, I need to calm this and develop my endurance and stay. Build the calmness that you lack. Don't give in to the calmness that you lack. Continuing to hold the stillness of the posture as a part of calm abiding in the posture. Now focus our concentration this time on the qualified attention of watching and doing, knowing, seeing and feeling a well-executed inhalation. Just do it and see the incoming oxygen, feel the benefit and witness and follow. Then it turns to become, it is spreading into your lung when the blood streams as you distribute the breath in the chest. Imagine it's touching, soothing and flooding through the whole nervous system, reddening the blood cells and rejuvenating, re-energizing your body, spirit and mind. With this, stay with the spreading of the breath, inundating. And then as you exhale, watch the outgoing breath, the carbon, feel and see it's going out and relieving all the stress and pain and fear and worries, anxieties. In 1 hour, the breath, sigh of relief, just let it go. In this way, mindfully stay with one point to live with inhalation when inhaling and retaining when you're spreading the oxygen in the lungs, and as you're exhaling when you're breathing out. Do a reasonable number of times, say roughly about 6 to 8 rounds, without any compromise caused by dullness and boredom and forgetfulness and distraction. But meticulously do it. And after every good bow, to take a useful mini break, so as to enhance your concentration with the next bout of effort. In this way, stay one-pointed in doing qualified round breath, where you do consciously, you know what is happening, witness it and feel it. One-pointedly develop the good attention of being with the breath. calmly abiding in following each round of breath as we've been doing. Now during this time, try to increase your resolution of attention by increasing the workload, that is to count each round of breath by doing each qualified inhalation, permeation and exhalation very carefully without being hurrying in a good round. At the end of each exhalation, count that as one, and so try to count forward as high a number you can, unless you have lost your concentration, lost the count. In which case, do not become agitated, but take it as an involuntary mini break and then start again. Should you reach that highest count, like 21, then take a conscious mini break there, and then this second time you do the reverse counting. You do each round with a great clarity and concentration, doing, knowing, seeing, feeling. And you finish the one round of exhalation, one round of breath. At the point of exhalation, count that as 21, and next 20, and next 19, and hold with good steadiness of concentration without losing the count, and doing the actual contents of each round of breath one pointedly and calmly without being distracted or becoming bored or sinking or being lazy or forgetful. Keep very clear and sharp degree of attention happening.